Hello everybody, welcome to the show. This is AndreJMcClendon coming at you guys with a new video. This is going to be about oil, guys. So for new subscribers and new viewers, check out my channel. It's all about investing, money, and business. So let's go. So I got this article from marketrealist.com. This is a simple illustration of which countries are the biggest producers. You have the United States, Saudi Arabia, Russia, Canada, China. Now I know Saudi Arabia had that big attack. I will go into that in a second, but this is off of 2018 data. So let's move on to our next one. Alright guys, now we're on EIA.gov. This is the U.S. Energy Information Administration website, and it does show how many millions per barrel the United States produces per day, which is about 18%. But what I like about the United States, when it comes out to millions of barrels per day, is how much they consume is 19.69 million barrels. Now remember, this is off of 2016 data and 2018 data. It's not current, but it's close enough. Just to show how much oil is used by the biggest countries and to show that oil is not going away. So I'm going to go into a couple companies in a bit, but to show you some more statistics why I like investing into oil. I found this article while searching about oil, and this is just for the UK, and it's gonna what I like about it, it talks about what it uses for oil. So for their oil transportation sector, 57% goes to cars, 8% to other, 7% industry, chemical feedback stocks, and air transportation. What I like about this, it is showing you that oil is used in so many different departments. It is also used in agricultural. There's so many areas where oil's touched. Oil is the biggest commodity that's used. So let's continue to the charts. We're on microtrends.net, and we're looking at the U.S. crude oil exports, and this is from 1991. Just showing you, look at how they were back in the beginning of the 90s to the 2000s, and look where we are today. Really, really high, and that's the 2007, 2008 crash. Here's a 2001 crash. Just to show you that oil exports have been increasing, and here's a chart since 1983 of oil production in the United States. Now we had our low, off the two crashes over here and a crash back here, but look at our today's time. Oil production is all-time high. That's something that I really like to look into even more, but we're going to go to a few more charts before we look at the stocks. Alright guys, we're on crude oil prices, 70-year historical chart. So there's one big point what I like about oil is this. So back in 1971, a certain president named Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard. It's fine. This is how the fiat system works. They always leave the gold and silver eventually. But since then, which I believe was August 15th, 1971, since then, oil exploded in price. Same thing for gold, same thing for silver, completely off the charts. And since then, it's been going very sporadic. And I like investing in oil just because of these large moves. It can be very, very big gains. So, gold standard, not gold standard. All right, let's continue. All right, guys. So here's a chart of me showing you guys how gold prices and oil prices and their relationship together. So if you look at it, it's pretty interesting. Since 1971, everything has been pretty flat because we had control. We were supposed to be backed at a certain ratio, and since then, 1971, we are not backed by anything. We're just backed on a fiat. The crazy thing is, look at these prices. They're very correlated, and they peak at certain times. A little bit off right here, a little bit off the peaks, but I think that since gold is going to be going up a lot higher, I think oil prices are going to be going a whole lot higher, especially with all the problems we're having with Saudi Arabia and what's happening around the world. But let's go to the next one. So here we are on the silver to oil ratio. Now, in all my videos, I pretty much talk about silver and gold. But this one is really important because it shows the silver to oil ratio. And if you go back to 1971, you can see that there's a lot of correlation between them. But now, silver is about 1/3 the price of oil. Now, this video is about oil, but it shows that oil and silver, to me, are undervalued. And oil is going to go up in price, but silver is going to go up in price too, but the percentage is going to be higher for silver, I believe. So let's jump into the next chart. So our next chart is crude oil versus the S&P 500. Now, if you guys didn't know, all the indexes for like S&P 500, the Russell 2000, the S&P 500, and also the Dow, all of them are really, really high. Even the NASDAQ is really, really high. And if you look at the prices now, and look at the gain, look at this. It's almost at 3,000. In my opinion, I believe that all the markets are pretty much going to crash for a select few, and oil is going to catch up to the price of the S&P 500 for this comparison, and then they're going to cross at some point. And that's just my view. I think the markets are way too overvalued, and getting into certain commodities like oil is going to benefit me. Now we'll look at some companies. So I just got a list about some of the top oil production operation companies in the United States, and why I like oil too because of this. So we're going to look at Exxon and one other one called FBF, and that's the ticker. XOM and FBF. So we're just going to look at their dividend yield. So ExxonMobil has been paying a dividend yield just on this chart, and it's before 1985, and their dividend has been increasing since then. I'm a dividend trader. I love getting into dividend stocks, and this is one that it just keeps on going. Now, I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm just telling you that their dividend has increasing. Our next company I want to look at is a dividend that's been going on since 2013. Also, an energy company on the list and has consistent dividends. I like dividend income in oil because it's the biggest and has steady payouts. So let's check out some news. Now, I love the news because the news goes into so much information, and when you trade oil and you use the news, it can be a good gain for catching trades. So here's Saudi Arabia, and this is from CNBC, saying that oil prices can escalate and go much, much higher, especially through conflict. And if oil prices go higher, that can be a huge gain for traders and long-term investors. So check out this article. It's pretty good. It goes into brief details, a little bit of a combination of the ones before. But my last one when it comes to oil is oilprice.com. This is one of the best websites I've ever used when it comes to finding information about oil. So this is why I hope you guys liked my video about why I like to invest into oil. I love the dividends. I love the possible capital gains when it comes to it, and the long-term gain into it for oil. And if you guys like this, drop a comment below, like and subscribe, and please share this, guys, because I really want to get this out there so it can affect and help more people. Thank you guys for your time. Have a wonderful day.